Okay, we will call the Chalmers Town Council Special Workshop Meeting to order on Tuesday, August 25th at 5:33. Everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So,
You said 3 ordinances? I have 2.
well, the one is an ordinance. It's the social media thing we tabled. But I don't think we did
brought
it.
it up, the
I
social
know, but I
media.
never got it.
Well, I don't know.
No,
I never got
Rebecca was
anything.
doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I never
Rebecca
got a
was.
copy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't know we had it. I had it tabled, so that one's gonna be tabled also.
Table?
Yeah,
Children.
works for me. Okay, so the first one, the 2026-7, did she redo that?
2026, 7.
The right of way, public right of way?
Remember for
I think
corrections?
Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
She did.
She sent that to all of us, I think.
Honestly,
I don't think so.
I didn't get it either.
I didn't
That's
get
why I
it.
was asking. So we can.
I never know when she's sending it to all of us, or, I'm sorry, like, here it is, if you
I
guys
never
want.
got anything from her since last meeting.
You have written down what she was changing? Is that what you're looking for, Pam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On page, under section 4, the 25,000 was changed to 50.
Yes.
Okay, and then that last paragraph, or that last sentence in 4, it says such bond shall be continuing blanket bond for a period of 5 instead of 1 year. Yeah, 5 years. And then section 6 was all underground cables, wires, conduits, and other attachments or equipment shall be buried no less than, we left that one, never mind.
12 inches.
Yeah. And then they were adding.
Oh, but did we change the not less than 3 feet?
Behind the curve.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's laterally no less
Or
than
into
36
pavement,
inches
whichever.
from the place of excavation. Something along
Right
those
under
lines.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It
the last.
says, unless prior written permission is granted by the town superintendent, all applicant. Oh, no, it says, all underground cables, wires, conduits, other attachments or equipment shall be buried no less than 12 inches with the excavation to be not less than 3 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's right. And then on the application, it says project number at the top.
Yeah.
Under the applicant's response, the second line must be backfilled with number 53 or number 8 crushed stone.
Correct.
Okay, and
And then that changed.
then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About the 7th line, it says will be backfilled with number 53 crushed stone.
Correct.
And
And then you guys
add
changed
or
something on the
change,
months.
replace with asphalt as soon as the plant or asphalt is available, up to 4 months or as soon as the asphalt is available. Something
Okay.
along that line.
So what she put was, let me just start up there where the sentence starts. However, for that portion of the trench, which is the traveled road, the remaining 12 inches will be backfilled with number 53 crushed stone, maintained in a smooth and uniform condition for a period of not less than 4 weeks after traffic is again permitted to pass over the filled trench. Until such time, the surface shall be replaced to existing conditions within 4 months of completion or when asphalt is available.
And then the that second to last page, it says under, like the second paragraph under all the bullets.
Yeah.
A bond is required. It says, shall remain effective for a period of 1 year from the date of completion of work. Did we
Yes.
change that
I
to?
thought we wanted 5 years.
Yeah. What did we do there? I didn't write that one
Oh,
down.
well, she kept it at 1 year.
Okay. I highlighted it, but I don't know, I know we discussed it, but I don't think we did anything.
Maybe we did, but I mean, that seems extreme
Well, I think
Well,
she
it
was
would
for
be
your
confused.
one-
regular everyday homeowner, but if it's one of these cable companies or something, I'd sure like to see 5 years.
That's the only one I have. I just had that highlighted, so I don't think we made a change to that. Cause it's basically saying it'll remain in effect 1 year after the date of completion of the work.
Right. Well, and the other part too is I think Doug has the ability to extend it if he feels the need. So we can make him feel the need.
5 times.
I feel the need. Okay, that was the only other thing I had on that.
Okay, then all of that has been
Okay,
changed. So I mean,
so that one we can go ahead and do then, if everybody's.
Yeah.
In agreement.
Bird, what we had.
Yes,
I make a motion to pass ordinance number 2026-7, establishing code for occupation or public right of way within the town of Chalmers.
I have a motion to pass ordinance 2026-7 for establishing the code for occupation of public right of ways within the town of Chalmers. Do I have a second?
Okay.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. And then you'll just make a copy of that one, right? I saw
Yeah.
somebody had two.
oh, I can always print one real quick if you want me to.
No, but if you would send a,
Cause she usually copies it and then I copy it. That way we know, that way we can look to see if we're both actually have the same one.
yeah, and then if, you can send me a copy too, please.
Okay.
I like keeping it.
You do know that
That's-
I post all of them online, right?
I know, but I don't always, you know.
It's way easier to leave it online, yeah.
I know, but I'm maintaining 4 emails, so. Just, yeah.
I always just leave it.
That way it
Go on the
promotes
town
me
website,
to
go
print
there
it.
is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That way you don't have to have crap laying around now.
Okay, and then did she send one for the electronic funds and online banking?
Yes,
I thought she did. That's the one I got. 2026-8. Sorry.
We started right at 5:30.
5:33. Okay, so this one is basically so the way it's set up now is when you do electronic transfers, you get a charge for each time you do it. This actually allows you to bunch them together to do it, right?
And
Is
it
that
increased
right?
the
I don't
amount.
know
It
what she
increased
was
the amount.
changing.
I thought
Oh.
it increased the amount.
It was to increase the amount. You
Yeah.
were right, because a lot of them I can't
Yes,
do because they're.
because
they're-
the limit was, do you remember what it was?
I think it
before?
was 5 and I could call and make,
Yes,
and make it.
have it signed off
20.
on.
So it's basically ACH transactions are hereby authorized for the clerk treasurer to make certain payments via ACH. Authorized payments are payroll, bond payments, payments of regular reoccurring monthly bills, and payments for services with entered agreements, including but not limited to regular monthly utilities and service contracts with Baker Tilly, RNC, and Bowser IT. Town council authorizes the clerk to use the online transfers for the purpose of transferring funds from general utility and payroll checking accounts for the purpose of processing payroll and paying claims and invoices.
The only thing she didn't put in there was info, and that's.
Oh, it's
This
in
says
there.
info.
Oh, it is,
Yes.
okay, because that one's 40, like 46.
Clerk treasurer is required to maintain adequate documentation for the above referenced transactions for future audits. Which all of that will show on our,
It always does, yeah.
claim thing anyway, so, yeah, okay.
And then I signed, I think I told you that last week when I was talking about the ACH thing that we got. I signed paperwork for the bank to automatically just withhold our ACH fees,
Payment,
so I don't
yeah,
have to pay.
ACH to do it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't have to.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anybody have questions on that? Okay, yeah.
Make a motion to pass ordinance number 2026-8, policy for, online banking, ACH payments.
I have a motion to accept ordinance 2026-8 for establishing a policy for electronic fund transfer and online banking for the town of Chalmers. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Alright.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Okay, and then I have one, can we squeeze this thing in real quick, that one I told you about creating the new fund?
Yeah, but remind what that is.
It was just that I had to create a 2026, grant, CCMG grant fund to pay this Lee
The
Riley bills.
refund, okay. Did we not have one before?
So remember with the corrective action plans with State Board of Accounts, that was one of our corrective action plans, is that if I create one, that I'll check it with you guys, that I created a new fund, because you get
So
rid of.
that'll be used for any time we get a CCMG. Oh, each one
Just
has
as
a line?
I'll get rid of that one, because that one's labeled
Yeah.
2026
Okay,
CCMG, just for accounting purposes, so it's
Okay.
easier to look back at.
That's proper.
Yeah.
It really is, I know that.
easier to track.
Anybody watching this on the camera is gonna think that Renee and Fred are
Have a
fighting
seat.
it
Yeah. We
Yeah, they
have,
can't see our little friend.
It's just like they've lost their
I
minds.
knocked my glasses off, did you see it?
It's the heat.
They have Tourette's.
Okay, so you need a,
I mean, I have it.
do you need a
Yeah.
motion for that? Should we create that?
We did before,
I
didn't
don't
we?
think so.
No, I just need you to sign it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Dan's the only one who has to sign it. Did you guys see the dash on these? 'Cause
Who's there?
Check to make sure it's not on the back of something we just signed.
That's what I did. I
Oh.
looked at that.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, friend. Hi.
Is it just a single page?
It's one page.
It probably got flipped in the middle, or I don't know, something.
You said it's- There it is.
Oh, still on the printer?
Well, no, it's just sitting right
Oh.
by where my folder was.
Okay.
So
So
that's how generic it is.
2026 and then the.
Yes. Just so you guys know that I did it, like. Remember, because we said we keep better track, because last year we kind of, the last audit, we kind of,
Okay.
I kind of had to do that.
Okay. And that was the,
And then there's the contract for legal services.
can you, do we have to have a decision on that today?
Well, I need to get it in the budget.
Well, we probably won't get that far today. Can we do it for the next one? So we have time to read that. But
I already told
do
you
we have
everything
to
was in
approve
there.
it? Cause it's actually your.
We just have to, I just have to let you guys know, and then we just have to put it in the budget.
Okay.
So
Can you-
What
actually,
was
the
the
only person
amount?
asked
Can you
to
tell us
sign
about
it.
it again? Sorry.
So it's fine, it's $150 a month for the retainer, and then $175 per hour for work that I have to do, but basically the.
So how much are we figuring on for the
I
budget?
did 6.
So is there a possibility that they would do like an on-demand type thing, like for, I mean, I guess my question is, when would you propose to ever use that? To ever have to use it?
Oh, just if there was questions, cause see, like, if something happens, she's your
Right.
Right.
lawyer.
But I
She's not-
mean, is
she's
there
not an
something that
attorney
makes
for
you
the
think
clerk.
that we would have to use something like that? Cause that's something that's
Do
been.
all other towns use it? I mean,
Well, I
we
mean,
need
there's
to know
quite
more
a few
about it.
towns, there's quite a few towns that do have it set up that way, just because, and then, so like, me calling her is going, every time I call her, then,
Right.
you get what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, she's really actually for you guys, not my,
right.
the things
So-
I need, but,
I'm just saying, as tight as our budget is, $6,000 is
Well,
a
'cause
lot.
I'm thinking
for-
$150 a month is like $1,800, so from 1,800 to
yeah, you
6,000
pay her 6.
seems like, well, right,
For a
but she
year.
does more.
Cause she does our ordinances and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And that's,
know
and
that
he
you
can
ever-
do that, but it's just,
So can you send
she's
that
doing that.
agreement to us, let us read it, and we can table it to our next meeting, cause as close as we're gonna be on budget, that concerns me for $6,000. We'll see where we are. I mean, I know that's gonna come out of your budget section, but yeah, we'll have to see. I guess if it was I guess I'm thinking if it was a big town where they would have more issues, I could see something like that. I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen, but so up until this point, if something would have happened, we would have hired an attorney outright to do that, right? So we still could possibly do that.
No, it has to be in budget. You can't, I just can't randomly get one if something comes up. I can't just randomly go, it has to be in the budget. That's the deal. That's why.
Okay. Well, send that to us so we can review it. I just don't want to make a hasty decision on
Right.
$6,000 when we haven't even started looking at our other numbers yet.
Right,
Well, our
So-
numbers are shot, so
right,
That's what I'm saying.
we haven't been very good
$6,000
about
is
sticking to a
huge.
budget.
right.
Okay, so we'll do that one at the next one. The trash pits, we'll do it the next one. I misunderstood. Oh, we got to figure out funding for the grant we're still taking bids on the Legion. So we got to figure out where that money's going to come from before we can get reimbursed for it. So we'll do that.
Yes.
Okay, social media changes, we tabled that. I don't know if she was changing that, or what she
I
was
think
doing
we
with it.
said we were going to talk about it more.
Yeah,
I
because
think
we said
that's
it was
why we
tabled
tabled
until 8:25, but we're gonna table it until the next one. So that we can have more time to look at that.
Plus we need to ask her about that other
Yeah.
social media.
Yeah.
That's-
So Doug, do you have any updates on the town garage generator? If not, we could table it.
Come to it is what it is. 5 days to get it if we order it. On ours, I think it's 24K.
9/11. When is the next?
9/1.
Yeah,
So anyway, it's 24,000 watt, LP. gas powered, Generac for $7,639. And that is not installed. No, it's not installed.
But we
Well, we
talked
don't-
installation shouldn't be much
Right.
because we have everything run for it.
All we gotta do is hook the wire.
We've already got
Everything's already
propane.
there.
Well, what are you gonna do when you run Expo gas down there?
We can
Well,
switch
run it on
over.
both. Run it both.
Just switch out the purposes. But they just built the propane thing.
Natural gas,
So-
24,000
Yeah, say that again.
LP, 24,000, 21,000 natural gas.
Okay. So it is cheaper. So basically, when Nixco gets that run, then we can always get a credit back for it. It's a propane, sell that back to them.
Hopefully won't need none of it.
I know,
It's full.
yeah.
we can sell that back.
The other thing about that, we can find it right, we go ahead and get that still on our road. We don't have to turn the valve on
Right,
until we run out of LP,
I agree.
whatever.
Yeah, you're right.
So,
Yeah,
yeah, it's already paid for.
we got options.
$250 now.
Is there a warranty or anything on that?
5 years.
5-year?
And that's pretty strong.
What's the average annual fee on something like that?
There's the, you can charge $150 a year for house service it. Yeah.
Oil changes, batteries, stuff like that.
Battery oil change, filter.
Okay, that's way cheaper than.
Yeah.
Those
Mhm.
others.
Yeah.
Right,
Way cheaper, yeah, like almost 5,000.
I would not pay for it.
How is that coming? What did we decide on?
You never did.
Utilities, I thought it was, water, wastewater.
Well, his stuff gets split, but
Yeah.
right now, that's our deal is,
Yeah.
our water is. Remember we were talking
Do we
about that,
do we have money to? Because we definitely have to have
because we
that.
had to have it, right?
Right, because
Yeah.
it is
We haven't had it in 30 years, so I mean.
well, we have it now, but we also found out last year that that's a
The
staging
designated-
area for, and if anything happens to the school, that's a designated station. So we have to be able to get in there and house people. which means we're gonna have to be able to get doors open and get equipment out if we have to, I don't know how many kids are there. So,
Hang
Fill
on,
that
you're
building.
after.
enough to fill the building, yes.
Mhm.
So $7,639. Where can we get it from?
I mean, we can make it work. I think, probably what we'll do, I mean, even if we would have to take, a little out of windmill that is in this bank, you know.
Okay. But mostly utilities.
Yeah, but we always remember, we always have to take a percentage of
Yeah.
count.
Anybody have any other questions or?
Can we wait a minute and build it up? Well, I guess school's in session. Where the summer go?
I know.
Right?
Well, that's it.
Shoot, August is almost over.
Yeah. Can we take utilities and pay back the windmill fund?
I'd have to check into that. That's those are kind of touchy things. I
Or at
can,
least like
but
the
I can
interest
adjust
from it.
percentages. Like I can adjust percentages around.
Okay.
You know, and
It'd be nice to keep that windmill fund.
Right.
yeah, I mean, I'll try,
Yeah.
you know me, I'm gonna try to take as little as I
Yeah.
have to out of anything. But
Yeah, Nick, what's questions?
I don't know if we have much choice.
We do,
honestly.
The cheapest alternative.
Right. Okay. We'll put it up for a vote. Ready?
I move we buy a generator. 7,400.
7639.
I put it,
I
I think
have
every time we do that, then we put a pad in.
Oh,
Cause
gotcha.
you'll
So,
have to pay to have
like
somebody.
8,000,
So
like
the one.
$8,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
that'll
8,000.
cover installation, right?
yeah, up to 8.
Okay, so I have a motion to purchase the generator from Menards up to $8,000 for installation. Do I have a second?
I second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Fred was one, right?
Yes. And then Amy. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Okay, needs installation. Okay. You want that back? Oh, like right there. Okay. Why don't we get the part?
Still leaking.
Still leaking.
Yeah, I can come over today and, all 8 feet wide. And 8 feet or 7 foot deep or 6 foot deep. Never even found the line. So it's gotta be deeper than that.
Oh, jeez.
So
And
he
that's from the new
proposes-
well 3 to the road?
No, it's from the meter pit in Third
Oh,
Street
okay.
by the bathrooms there. 430 feet over to the pavilion. That's where it goes. Now, when they put well 3 in, I don't know if they rerouted that line or not. I'm pretty sure they did not, but it's deeper than 6 foot. And they said
Because I
it's
think
been
the
a good
only other
hour.
line they put in was the one that ran across that, along east towards the fence to the water plant.
Well,
the
it
only
came
one they
from well
did.
3
Right.
to the east
To
and
hook
then
up,
to the
yeah.
north. Yeah, so that's
I don't
where the
think they
water's
did
coming
anything.
out at,
Mhm.
back there. So we can either, I just told him stop. I said, stop, because I don't want the money to go sky high.
Right.
I said, what do you think? And he said that, the other guy, the Snyder Electrical, I think that's who it was supposed to be a trench guy. Well, his price was, went way up because that length, he'd have to pull out and do it twice. Because he can't run 400 feet with
Bore it.
one
to
bore.
bore it, okay.
Yeah. So Acadie is suggesting that he can come over and trench it in for us for $4,000 to $5,000 done.
The 430 feet.
And just abandon that line in there we can't find.
I think we can do a lot better than that. Question is, how long do we wanna do without it? Well, we
Well,
can
next
do a
time-
lot better than that.
The next thing is October, we shut it down anyway and blow the lines out.
Mhm.
So I can keep turning the water on and turning the water off through fall ball, if that's what you guys decide to do. So
Yeah,
we'll wait
we're
till
keeping the
spring.
bathrooms and.
On top of IT services, Bowser also has an excavating company, and he also
Oh.
does lateral boring, so maybe reach out to him.
Okay.
Since he's already in business with the town,
Yeah.
he may be able to do something for us.
How much did you say that the 440 AccuDig priced out?
Between 4,000 and 5,000. She's close to 4, so as best they can. But that's running a new line in there. Trenching it, because we know we can trench without hitting anything. The only thing we did find was and that's another reason, that our electric going to the ball fields, so we did find those. So, you know, that's just,
So we do know where our other underground utilities are.
electric we do, yes, and the main from 3 to the plant, yes, we do. But that water line, by all means, by everything we've done, it shows going through the park. Right through the park, but it has to be 8 to 9 foot deep, because we could not, we went down 6
Did we
as
get,
far as his lawn and we couldn't see it.
Well, and that you have, but before all this, you had Chad Reynolds come out and
We couldn't find
couldn't
it.
find anything. It's probably because it is so deep.
Mhm.
did we get a new map when we put in well for you?
No,
Okay, so.
no, we don't have any. That's why I'm hoping you guys at some point get that.
Yeah.
GPS
GIS, yeah,
or GIS.
yeah.
It's a hunting game 9% of the time.
Do you have Josh's
We know
number?
right about when, we know about where we're supposed to be. We don't know
Right.
how deep.
Right.
I don't have Bowser's number though.
I'll send it to you later.
And
I
then
have it up there.
you say we're not doing the trash until later.
Yeah, I didn't know if you had the information on.
I
it.
have the only one that's responded,
Okay,
and that's who we use now.
Right.
which we've got until the end of the year, right? But they will, if we do renew it.
Apex may respond here next week.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
I mean, I'll call him again and say, hey, can you forget me?
yeah.
TK is way too high. They're
Yeah.
$18 a barrel.
Right. Isn't that like $5 more than
Yeah.
what we're
Yeah,
$4 or $5 more?
1376.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another note. Go ahead, finish what you're doing, and then maybe you're gonna bring it up.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I just,
Oh.
they want to table this water thing, stop where we're at with it.
And then he's also checking on fall dates for fall pickup, fall.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were thinking October, I think.
After
Or we thinking October?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do
So
you
the
have-
water.
Do we want to hear from, do you want to contact Bowser first, do you think, before we decide?
I can do that.
Or what?
Just to see what,
See
if
what
they
he-
got a
see what
trencher
he-
to see.
Yeah.
Have him come out and check it out. And
See what he
it's gonna charge.
thinks and then we'll,
I mean, like I said, we shut everything off. and
I
blow
guess
it
we
out
do
in
that for
October,
now.
Yeah,
So it can wait till spring if we have to.
Right.
We don't need it.
I guess my question is, how much disruption, now that we know where our other undergrounds are, how much disruption is it gonna be to open cut instead of bore it?
Hopefully it'll be a nightmare.
they're tearing up a lot,
Just
cause it's
Because
going through
we
the
got
playground
power
potentially.
running that way and that way.
Mhm.
And, you know, and a conduit, but I know where 2 of them, I know where 2 lines go, I don't know where the other 2 go across.
And who knows when they're.
Well, when they put the 3 water line in, they cut those lines
Mhm.
and had to redo them. So it's somewhere right by the tree, by the edge of the park on the north side. I remember where about where it was at, but not exactly.
Maybe that's why that post is sticking up out of
No,
by there.
I don't know why that's
I don't
thing
either.
there by that tree.
Well, I feel like
Okay.
they were pretty close to the dugout, right? Right there along the dugout.
Mhm, mhm. So
Okay,
I'll,
so-
I'll get old Bowser tomorrow, see if he can come out and take a look and
Yeah.
what he,
Okay.
see what he thinks.
And then we can talk about that again on
So I'll just,
the first.
I'll just don't actually dig off and tell him, you know, stop right there. Which is what we did today. So we got about an hour of his truck here today.
Well, I mean, that's probably the best option we could have done at this point, cause if we started digging, shoot.
Basically what we're gonna do is gonna find the water. Trimp it all and see if it stopped,
Mhm.
the meters.
Yeah.
And if it didn't, we go another,
Further.
another 30 yards and try it again, to see, so we can pinpoint the leak
That's
without
what
digging up
you
the
do.
whole park.
Without making holes everywhere, just go ahead and replace it.
Right.
Okay,
Okay,
my
I'm with
question I
you.
was gonna ask is on the tree. He had a tree cut down over there,
The tree lightning hit.
oh, yeah,
but
They took
where
it
was
out.
I? Did we vote on where we were taking that money from?
I don't think we voted on, we just know it's a
No.
hazard, had to come down.
We don't have a tree lightning fund?
Don't have that one.
Dang it, create that.
Last year's budget,
Yeah, really?
it was still up, you said?
Yeah, we're still alive.
No, it wasn't alive, you should have seen the top of it.
it was burnt.
I just sit there every morning and look at it.
You didn't go over and talk to
Well,
it.
now you can't look at it.
Oh,
You have to look at the water plant or the tower. Okay, where can you get that from?
Mhm.
Well, actually, it's,
Or how much is
it
it?
doesn't favor
Next question.
any, it's got,
Right.
it's just straight up general. Like it can't come out of
Yeah.
utilities,
Yeah.
it can't be split, so
How
it
much
would be.
money are we talking about here?
1,500,
Oh, that's not awful, but.
and they're gonna take the stump out too.
there's water
that
lines
price?
in that field, so watch out.
And re-
Yeah,
No kidding.
definitely.
Yeah.
what do you say?
There's water.
Water lines.
Oh,
Barry Hughes told me that. There's 3 on the left
Oh, jeez.
in that field.
That's all we need.
right? Let's just, I mean, it's gonna be a while before they get me that bill, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let me look into.
okay. Anything else? Fred, purchase new power?
Purchasing power for.
For, you were talking about the card or purchasing for any equipment or any,
Oh, for Doug?
yeah.
Okay. So it was my understanding that the card still gets shut off all the time whenever he's not using it?
Not always, no.
Okay. I just wanna make sure that he had full use of his purchasing.
But what we should do, if we're leaving it on all the time, then he will have to be on it. That's a state stipulation. That's why it was always that way, that it was shut off when. Cause it used to be they had, I mean, it truly is, you're supposed to leave it in that safe until you go somewhere, but we decided shutting it off was basically the same thing as it being in the safe.
I don't know, just to me, it seems kinda childish.
Yeah, I mean, but you can talk to the state about that, not me. I mean, like, you know, I mean, it's not me, it's not my rule.
I just, if there's
So-
an emergency or whatever, Doug needs to go do something,
Well, it's just
can't
a
get the
matter,
card turned on and.
it's just a matter of calling me, all I gotta do, I can do it on my phone.
So is that how you'll use your card to purchase the generator?
Right.
If he does, he'll have to go
Okay.
back and get the limit raised.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, that's why I wondered if
Yeah.
there's a limit. Okay.
They'll do that.
but yeah, that's what we use.
Yeah,
Or
like for
that's what
24
they-
hours, yeah.
They make it happen.
Okay. Fred, you have a guest here?
Yes, I have a guest here. We have a guest here. This is Jenny Monroe from VS Engineering.
Hi.
She volunteered to put up with us for a little while.
I brought you literature, so
Yay.
We love literature.
not that you want to read all of this, but
Reading material. Is it JENNY?
it's GI.
G-I.
It comes from Virginia, but if you say Virginia to me, I think I'm in trouble. That's how my mom used to yell
Yeah.
at me.
Mm.
And I brought one for the clerk too. Oh, thank you. I'm assuming you're the clerk.
yes. It's something like that.
We can do a general introduction.
Sometimes.
Sorry.
So,
This is Doug Reed,
Utility
Superintendent.
Street
Yes.
Superintendent, okay.
Renee Collier, clerk. Clerk. Fred. Josh Reinhardt, council member. Dave Brown, Taga's president, Amy Larange as a town council vice president, and then Trippett as a council member.
Nice to meet you
So,
guys.
Thank you.
I'm Jenny, and I've been at PS Engineering in Business Development, so I'm not an engineer. I have a kind of different background for someone who works at a firm. I'm from the town of Culver, which is kind of a small community, about an hour from here. So I sit on the town council. I'm in my 5th term. I had a short stint in there as town manager in Culver for a while. So I'm used to being on your side of the table.
That's how we're doing.
I love the fact that you've got a lot of conversation going. I think that's always a positive sign. But I know some of the challenges you deal with because I deal with them in my own small community. We're a population of about 1,400. It's a little bit bigger than Chalmers, but similar issues. We debate every dollar, much like you all are doing here, so I totally get how that works. We have a utility street superintendent. He does wastewater, water, streets, you name it. So I know the hat that you're wearing as well. That's not an easy one to wear, by the way. And I happen to work with a great clerk who's in her 4th term, and she's been an officer for Ames, so I learn a lot from her. And we collaborate really well with our clerk and have these sorts of conversations. But Fred told me that you might be interested in some engineering services, so I'll tell you about VS. The V and the S are just after our original owner's children's names. He had a son and a daughter, and that's the first initial of each of them. A lot of people ask me what VS is. And I'm like, well, thankfully they didn't call us VS. That would be really weird to explain. We've been in business. We celebrated 45 years last year. We're a full civil site firm, which essentially means we do everything from survey, environmental, to design engineering. And it doesn't matter if we're doing that on a road, a bridge, a culvert, a wastewater treatment plant, a water plant. We pretty much cover the gambit of civil engineering. We have offices across the state. So the nearest one to here is our Lafayette office. Fred has met one of our engineers from there. His name is Clem. He runs that office. He lives about 30 minutes from here. I'm out of the Maryville office because I live in Culver. And that Maryville office is doing a lot of work in White County right now. We started, myself and one of my colleagues started a new niche in our company called compliance monitoring. We go into places like Jasper County, Pulaski, now White, and we monitor large scale projects, whether it's renewable energy, like a solar field, it could be a substation, it could be a data center, any number of things. We look at all the agreements that have been set up between that community and those projects and those developers, and we make sure the developers are doing what they need to do. So that a guy like Doug doesn't have to babysit those projects. And as you all know, babysitting any project can tax your local staff. But that's one of the areas that I've worked in just because of my background. But we have engineers who work in all kinds of areas, and I work with several of those guys doing all sorts of projects. We have one guy who is an expert at roundabouts, which absolutely drive me crazy when I'm in Carmel and have to go through 20 of them.
Yeah.
I'm, small town Indiana, we don't have a roundabout in my town. So,
On a 4-way stop.
right? That kind of threw me for a little bit of a loop. But we also have people who deal with what I call inside the fence and outside the fence on utility projects. So whether you need an engineer inside that building or an engineer outside that building, so drainage and lift stations and all those sorts of things, we do all of that. So pretty much anything that can occur in the town is something we've probably done. At our Lafayette office, we have some civil site engineers who can look at an entire site and determine all of the engineering needs for that site. So they've done some projects like student housing for Purdue. They worked with Subaru on some of their site development plans. So we kind of touch just about everything you can imagine from an engineering standpoint. I came along because of my background with small town community of my council experience. But that experience was pretty much writing grants for my community. I told Fred, I worked on $44 million worth of grants between Town of Culver and Marshall County. I have my master's degree in writing from Notre Dame, so I figured, that's probably something I could do is write a grant.
Yeah.
As a brand new council member, we needed a new sewer plant. You know how expensive an improvement of a sewer plant is. I went and looked for money and wrote my first grant, and we won like 1.3 million.
Wow.
And it was the first time our council had done one, and they thought I was crazy when we started. By the end of it, they didn't ever want to do a project without those grant dollars. So I've written a lot of grants. I actually went off and got certified with OCRA, which is Office of Community and Rural Affairs, just so that I would have the knowledge of what these grant administrators do. The best one in the state was a gal named Shannon McLeod. We hired her in Culver because we heard she had like a 95% success rate, and everything she touched, we won. And between us, we did a ton of grants. We eventually became a stellar designated community, which is a really cool thing. If you win that, you get lots of money. And then after you win, the state agencies just seem to want to hand you money because you're stellar, which was really cool. Eventually, Stellar went regional for a brief period of time, so I led Marshall County through that, and they got designated Stellar as well. So my town has seen a lot of money through grant writing. And the other reason I wanted to tell you about that is I know that money is always an issue in a small community. So though I'm not an engineer and I wouldn't personally do engineering work if you don't want me to, because I can look at a road and go, looks good to me. And my guys are like, there's a drainage issue here and a curb problem here and grading issues here. And I'm like, yep, don't see it. But I do like to support communities. If we were working with you, you would probably see me reporting even for the engineers because we want to do everything we can not to charge you for their time. I'm in business development, so I don't get to charge for my time. The fact that we're in White County, I think would be beneficial because while we've got engineers over here, we would want to try to time things. If you needed to visit with an engineer, for example, we'd say, let's have you meet with one of our guys when he's already in White County. So you're not paying for mileage, you're not, dealing with that sort of aspect of what engineering firms typically do. And part of my goal is to keep Fred happy with Chalmers because we do work for Fred. It's hard work, it's tedious work. We pride ourselves in being strong communicators. We also pride ourselves in looking at the burden that your employees carry, and we make an effort to take that burden off in whatever work we're doing, just because we get it. And in small communities where you wear multiple hats, you want somebody to work with you that really gets to know you and understands your challenges. And the upside for me in working in a small community is I do this work myself as a council member, did it as a town manager, and I might have some great trade secrets to share because I've probably been there and done it myself. I drove through your town just as I came in to get an eyeball on things. I saw Frontier Schools. I was like, it's so cute. Reminds me a little bit of my own community. And you have the lake life nearby. Culver has a lake, so where you saw those tourists coming in, probably like you guys have seen in parts of the county. And so I kind of relate. And went to Indiana Beach once as a kid. I remember there was like a Pizza Hut in town, I think. At some point.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I have memories of Pizza Hut more than the Indiana Beach part of it, but I think I just liked it as a kid. But we have our own sort of lake community as well. And I don't know if you guys get the Chicago indie crowds that we get.
usually in summertime with the lakes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a bit nuts. So
Yeah.
our population quadruples in
Mhm.
summer. So I'm sure you see some of the effects of that here.
Don't get much in Chalmers, but
Marcelo,
Monticello.
yeah.
Yeah, I bet there's times you just want to stay away from
They
it.
do filter
Yeah,
here too,
for sure.
like just to get out in the community to eat and things like that. So we do get, I work uptown too, so we get people from there, a lot of people from Chicago.
Yeah.
But most of them are centered around the lakes, so Monticello gets enjoyed that.
Yeah, I bet. I usually try to escape Culver during our busy season.
Right, exactly.
But we have golf carts everywhere in our town. So,
Yep.
you know when the tourists are back because all the golf carts start popping up
Mhm.
everywhere. But
For sure.
It's about the only way to get around, I'm sure.
yes. I included several pieces. One is on our water resources, one's our general services packet, our survey flyer. I put a sample contract in there. I wrote it up as if it were with Chalmers. We usually do, in a situation like yours, we would want to do an on-call, kind of an on-demand, as you used the phrase earlier. If you had a project you wanted our eyes on and you wanted us to work on, we would want to give you a price ahead of time. We call it a task order within an on-call. So we do this with White County. Each one of those compliance monitoring jobs is a separate task order. So the county officials know the cost. Now in their case, it gets reimbursed by the developer. So the county's not paying for us to be there, but we answer to the county. We have a contract with the county. If we were going to do a road project with the county or, a bridge or something, we just create a task order. And we would say, Fred, here's the task order. This is what we anticipate for costs. Those elected officials would then have to approve that task order. We're not just going to start randomly working on something without you knowing. That's just not how we want to operate. You're on call. If we're going to aid you with a grant, before you start a project, or we say this is what you need to do to get to the grant, we'll have those conversations with you before you start handing out checks.
So
One thing about that is that it's illegal, listen close, for them or anybody else to help us get a grant that would benefit from it by having work for free. Does that sound like rings a bell?
Okay.
So
So say for example, we decide to do another paving project or sidewalks downtown somewhere. So you would assist us in helping find grants for that?
Yes, so like if you're going after CCMG, for example, and you want help with your application, with any preliminary estimate, sometimes you'll even have a paving company come in and give you an estimate for CCMG. And there's things you have to do for CCMG. You have to have your PASER ratings updated. Do you guys work with an MPO like CRC or NERC on those?
No.
Okay. So we would say to you, yes, we can help you apply for that. And Fred is right. We would have a nominal sort of fee. We might, anything that we would do, we'd say, okay, it's going to be capped at this amount. So if we told you we're going to cap this at $5,000, we can't invoice you over that. And we would start working on that project with you and literally bill you by the hour. Everything we do is billed by the hour. So there's like a rate chart. If I'm writing narrative for a grant, so you do a big Oprah grant, for example, we would do the same thing in that scenario. Our engineers will be billable, so we're not illegal, but I'm not going to be billable because I'm just going to help you as a consultant and go, this is how I think you need help. But anything that gets technical from an engineering standpoint, and all of those have some technical aspect with Okra, you usually have to have a preliminary engineering report to move forward. And then certain things can get paid out of a grant. In Okra's case, if you were doing like a major sewer water project and you did it through Okra, your grant administrator, and engineering firms can't do grant administration, but you have to have it. You can pay that person out of grant dollars, you can pay your engineer out of grant dollars, all of that gets budgeted, etc. So you sort of go into that grant cycle knowing what you're looking at. Now, the construction side of it, you also have an estimate. Your engineer will usually put that together. But that's where it could vary. If those estimates come in higher or lower, you deal with it when that happens. And in certain grants, if they're federal, you have to follow Davis-Bacon laws, which pays a higher wage. So sometimes a project, if it's a small engineering job, you don't necessarily want to go for a grant because it'll cost you 3 times as much to do the grant.
Yeah.
Because you have to follow those specific federal requirements. But if you got into a big grant project like that, we would also want to put you in touch with the contact that wins them all. You want to be really successful to go after those projects. And there are matches on most grants now. You have a match. Okras are a little more generous. You're usually 20% match. CCMG is more generous for smaller communities, as you've probably experienced. You've probably done CCMG. So
So basically the on-call on demand, so we wouldn't pay for any of your services until we actually would contact you to, hey, we've got this project we want to do.
yes.
Okay. And then when the grant is awarded, then usually the grant writer and engineering comes off the top of that, is that correct?
Yeah, and some
Or it's built into that?
yeah, depending
Okay.
on what type of grant too. So if there's a 20% match, some local communities will say, okay, we want to pay the grant administrator out of the match money and the engineer. Because then you don't have to procure them. You can use who you want. If you are paying them out of grant dollars, you have to go through procurement, depending on that grant. Okra grants are like that. So a lot of Okra grants where you've already had a firm working with you on the preliminary report, you want to keep working with them through it. It's usually, okay, we'll use our match dollars for that. Because usually your engineer and your grant administrator are not going to hit that 20% threshold that your match is.
Yeah, our little stuff. And the big stuff, we get into LPA consultant selection, where 3 of us or all of us sit down and review. Which the first thing we have to do is we have to advertise that we're looking for consulting help. And then once that gets advertised and we get responses, we record all of that about who responded and so on and so forth. Then they send us an interest letter, which is usually a packet thicker than that, about, oh, this is what we've done and all
This is
about
how
our
great we
company.
are.
Yeah, we're great. And so they're all great. And then read through all that inside. Then we all sit down and there's a questionnaire about certain things that we've learned about each particular consultant. It's not terribly time consuming, but yeah, it takes a couple hours. Then we tabulate all the scores for each one, and we come up with what we selected as a body. And then we send that to the state, the LPA coordinator with NDOT, and they will say, all right, yeah, you chose this, fair and square, looks good to us, blah, blah, the math, all that. Just a few little things have to be written in the letter just so that it's not complicated. Then if we choose them or if we choose whoever, then we do business with that company. We get a notice to proceed, task order, blah, blah, blah. And that task order, as she was saying, we would have to pay that engineering firm, not immediately, but pretty quick, so that they can start the process. But I mean, these are situations where you're spending millions, not what we do.
Yeah, like an NDOT project or
Right.
we're doing a major interstate project and it started off as like a $15 million construction. It's at like 70 now.
Wow.
And they just add and add and add, and NDOT adds all these amendments. And
Oh my gosh.
so,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
firms
crazy.
love to get an interstate project because it just blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You worked on it for
So
years.
we're not gonna build a bridge over town for that. But
So is it one of those things that that's a goal, is to set up like a 5, 10, 20-year plan? Is that something that we can, if we develop that, we can get with you and say, hey, this is what we're looking at? I guess my main thing
Yeah.
is we're looking at budgeting. We never really know what we're gonna budget because we don't know what is gonna come about. We know what we wanna do,
Yeah.
but it's actually getting those figures and all that stuff.
And you know what
in.
you think might bring
Yes.
us,
Yes.
or how the plan
Right.
could.
Trying to be proactive then versus
Absolutely.
Then
reactive.
reactive.
Capital improvements policy.
Mhm.
That's
great.
what I was telling Jenny
That
when
we
I
have done.
invited her over to speak, was that, we had this water line project, fine, but we still have some aging infrastructure,
Mhm.
mainly over in that part of town. And eventually it's gonna have to,
Yeah.
this part of town,
Yeah.
and it's gonna have to be replaced.
Mhm.
So we're looking for grant money. I mean, we're a small town, we're broke, we always got our hand out. And,
Do you guys have a comprehensive plan? That's great.
yeah,
Cause that's a huge benefit when applying for a grant.
Yeah.
And then if you do build an action plan, like a 5 to 10 year
Mhm.
action plan, you can point to those when you do apply for grants. If you can sometimes get your local plan into some sort of regional plan, if there's a regional planning group where you collaborate with the county on something where you've even had discussions about your plans, that if you appear in a regional plan, that gets you bonus points on some grants. I got wise about that years ago, so I started going to our county and going, hey, can we get on your plan? And even that stellar plan became a regional plan. So now all the communities in Marshall County can point to that regional plan when they go after grants, and they can go, look, we had this project in a regional plan for 5 years, we're ready to work,
Mhm.
give us some money. And it's a little easier when you're going after like Ready dollars or Lilly dollars. Sometimes that'll help. And I'm happy to educate you on those things.
It's just
that have
unknown
worked for
where to
us.
look for what.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
there's so much out there. I mean, I like you, I've done the research on grants and it's
I've
It's
looked them up too.
overwhelming.
It is overwhelming.
yes. And some of them are large
Mhm.
and time consuming and involve bringing your stakeholders together quite a bit and public engagement. That's one thing that I do like to brag about with our company. If we're going into a project or like the study of an area, we may just get your public out, cook some hot dogs on the road and go, what do you want to see happen here?
Mhm.
You know, if you're looking at like your downtown area, you get your business owners, you get the residents, what do you want to see in downtown Chalmers? That kind of public engagement can create some momentum in a town as well and get people excited and buy in. And that bodes well in a grant application. They want to see you actually gather your people. And we love to do that sort of work because that's kind of my pride and joy in what I've done at Culver. We even do like what I would call a mini festival. When we were doing Stellar, we wanted our community to come out and say, what do you want to see in this Stellar plan? Well, we have a lighthouse in town, so we bought a bunch of ceramic lighthouses and we invited people to come paint them. But at the event, we had our plans on big, poster boards and stuff. And we said, go over there and, mark up the plan and put sticky notes on it. Tell us what you think. So the parents were kind of into that side of it. Well, the kids were just painting and having fun. And that helped us win Stellar, is the fact that we kept engaging with our community. You have this really cute park and school and, fields. And I saw activity out there. I was like, this town's alive and you can engage those people. And even going into the high school, what do you want to see? What would bring you to stay here and live here and raise your kids here? And what do you love about your family life here? That kind of thing. Some of the kids have the best ideas.
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me all that.
Don't ask your
You
kids.
did.
Don't ask your kids. Oh, gosh. Don't ask mine. They don't know nothing.
I know those people.
He'll be like standing in front of his kids, not these.
Not this
Make sure
house.
they're sick that day.
But yeah, I mean, as far as our engineers go, they do it all. And they're fun to work with, so I enjoy them anyway. Hopefully, Fred's enjoying them in Wake County at this stage, but
Well, thank you for all the
yeah,
information.
Yes,
absolutely.
thank you so much. This is
Feel
great.
free to call anytime. I'll leave a business card for
Yes.
you guys because I'm not sure I stuck one in there.
See it.
I didn't see it.
Here I am giving you like an entire book to read.
So
And
Before you get too far over here, I got something I need to bring up. I think we all need to be thinking about is if we want CCMG money. It's due in September.
I thought we were gonna have to hold off.
I don't know funding wise what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna have to skip a year.
The other part of that is if we can think of any little thing,
Yeah.
it would probably be good to stay in the program if we could just get anything. You know
Something
what I'm
small,
saying?
it would have to be something small.
It would, and I agree with that. But as long as we stay active,
Yeah.
this is what I understand from them, people.
It's true.
Is that,
Stay
if
active in
you
your
go
name.
dormant, then they know.
Well, yeah, because it kind of looks like you're interested in making improvements, and if you're constantly, your name's coming up.
And I wish I would have brought that because I did get a letter from one of the state representatives that was commending us on keeping our community going and using the CCMG money, and so it was really nice.
I watched some of your council meetings just to get an idea of you, and I was like, this is a really active council for a small community. And just the back and forth and even the debate with your park board and it was lively.
Oh, you saw that one.
Yeah.
That's why I feel we were crazy, not because we're active,
Well, Culver used to have a park board, so I've been through this conversation, so I was really intrigued by it because I was like, oh, another town can see it.
Yeah.
So even if we would look at possibly just a list of streets that might still need some paving or something like
we
that.
got a few.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that they're impassable by any means, 'cause
Right.
we're really in pretty good shape around here, but there are a little rough paving area.
We gotta name a couple, get them done.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, so it's this street right here, and then the one that leads to the water tower up by the school don't have a name. Well, they need some attention, obviously, and so in order to get them on CCFG, you have to have a name. And
Fred Boulevard.
Boulevard.
there you go. Yeah,
Yeah, you'd have to add those segments to your inventory as well.
You know,
we
how
could
long
use a little
that
help with
takes.
that, you know, and
Yeah.
then be able to do some. And yeah, you know, we're not probably doing that this year because that's a much less lower priority than the few other things I can name. So
Strong drain.
we got a couple. Yeah, we got
The
storm
wire
drains.
for the-
Storm drains don't go on CCMG unless you're doing the pavement and then the drain needs it.
Actually, CCMG is, so like our wastewater treatment plant, it has a rip in the line. We need to patch it for right now, but is that something that would,
Not for
Probably not.
CCMG.
it has to be actual infrastructure?
Yeah, if you had other improvements, you could go for an Okra grant. Okra's not gonna do a smaller fix type of thing, but if you had like a laundry list of improvements at your wastewater plant,
Oh, we could
Probably do.
and that I would probably do like a small utility study, figure out what are the things that need to be fixed. In that study, come up with hey, here's the laundry list, here's the price we're looking at. If it's $500,000, you wanna get an Okra grant.
Okay.
Wastewater, I believe you can go up to like 950,000 for Okra grant for wastewater or water plant. We've done both in my community. We've done it twice on one of the plants. I've been around way too long. And then if you're, let's say we had to do practically a brand new sewer plant. We're doing it literally now. It's a $10 million project. That's huge. Even if we get an Okra grant for around $1 million, you're still financing the rest of this through rates and SRF money potentially, which is SRF is now sort of shifted to benefiting more rural communities and communities that have bigger challenges. It's much more competitive to get that money than it was 10 years ago. But you can figure out, hey, this is our list at the wastewater treatment plant. We need these things to happen in the next, say, 5 years. If you have a bit of a study, then you can go into that grant cycle a lot easier with that in hand. And you also then know how much to apply for. And then you know your match is going to be about 20% of whatever that list is. But Okra would not even give it the time of day if it were just the liner say. But if you have to do a major upgrade there, then absolutely you're going to qualify.
Doug, get out your list.
Well, I've heard enough from last year.
To know it's a list. The list keeps
It's a growing list.
Yeah, where do we start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably get there, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And it could be, one of us shows up and does a tour with you and, hey, let's take a look at what you've got going on here and have one of our water resource engineers just do a grand tour with you and take a look and help figure out where you're at, where you want to head.
So if we would do something like that, what then, we would be the hourly rate?
Yeah,
For that, okay.
and honestly, we just to come look at stuff with you and kind of get to see who you are, what you're doing. We're not going to charge you for a visit. I want to bring our wastewater treatment folks and say, hey, come up for a visit to Chalmers. I need you to take a look at this plant. What are some of the issues you're having, et cetera. And we do that all the time without having a job. Now, if you want to,
Possibility we could learn from that too.
Yeah.
and if you want to take that next step and do a full utility study of that plant, yeah, absolutely, you're gonna have engineering work on that.
Yeah.
But to have someone come up and meet with you is not a big deal. We have to do this
That's great,
anyway.
Yeah.
And we've got transfer people that can look at your road situation. And I have a feeling anyone who works at the town is gonna know you well. And the funny thing is, you're the Bob Porter of my town. We have a guy named Bob Porter who's been with us 35 years. He does our streets and our utilities. And so I keep wanting to call you Bob. But, I mean, really does the exact same thing as you. So. But anyway, thanks for
you.
your time.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for
Thank you for your
setting
time.
up.
Thanks for coming up.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Yes, thank you for your time.
It's actually kind of a beautiful drive over here.
Yeah,
So,
good.
and I love
you get behind a tractor for hours.
Yes. I left my power cord. My husband works at an Indy Monday through Friday, and I happened to be there over the weekend and stayed knowing I was going to make this drive. So, but I left my power cord, and he's like, I'm just going to drive up to Chalmers. Where is it?
Oh, absolutely. Where?
I said, you know where the wind turbines are off of 65? So about the time you see those, you're pretty close.
You're getting close.
So I think we're gonna have dinner in downtown.
There you go. There you
If
go.
there is a restaurant.
Yes,
downtown,
Chalmers
right? I
has it.
thought
Says
it was
It's
Chalmers out
huge.
front.
Can't miss it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I moved past senior town.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did have two things that I needed to bring up.
Yes.
Okay, real quick. So remember how we talked about the lifting of the line? Actually, what we normally do is I send the check.
Power
to
line.
Yeah, I send the check to REMC,
And then reverse us.
and then I write a letter to write a letter to the Crims,
Yeah.
letting them know that they have to reimburse the town.
Okay.
And I usually talk to Rebecca to make, I have her look at my letter and make sure that she agrees with the verbiage or whatever. And then the other thing was, you had brought up the taking money to the bank.
Oh.
So Linda talked to the State Board of Accounts. It is our position from Indiana Code that if the town, including utilities, has cash, it's our audit position. The deposit statute, Indiana Code 51361, comes into play when public funds are collected or received. To illustrate an example, if the activity for your client in a day was they took a check of $500 and $50 cash, Our audit position is they'd have in excess of $500 of public funds on hand, and the entire 550 would be subject to deposit on the day the funds were collected or the next business day. That would mean the $50 cash would have to be deposited in the bank. The statute doesn't distinguish between checks and cash, reinstating the $50 or the $500 exception for daily deposits in Indiana Code 51361G. It states that if you have funds on hand over $500, it must be deposited not later than the business day following the day funds exceeded $500. And then Linda puts a note on here. Sometimes I will deposit less than 500 if a few days have gone by without cash or checks. But I have credit cards, ACHs that need posted and shown. Oh, she wrote it in there. Posted and shown as deposits from a particular day, month. I suppose I could not charge my mileage for days under 500. And I told her that's not what she's doing. That's not what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're not doing that.
Yeah.
No.
We can't do that. But anyway, she just,
Okay.
because we were all like, 500,
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
she went ahead and just,
Okay.
so.
So we need to get a brakes truck, is that what?
No, she just, you guys had asked about it, and I said, Rebecca and I were just kind of like, it's 500, whatever. But I don't think she even knew that Rebecca had answered that question too.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I just told her I would read that.
Okay. Now the real reason we're here, the budget. So where do we want to start?
Got any copies of that?
Can you get Form 1, please? Do you need one too? Do you need 3? Do you want one? Okay, so 3 copies, please. Yeah, squirrels. Yes, actually, there was one out there. I was like, oh, don't come in here.
I'm sure when I go out there.
Abby's running back and forth.
Yeah,
He has been in front of the
Yeah.
door the whole time. I'm thinking, is he gonna get brave enough to
Yeah.
come in?
I'm just catching movement and looking.
Yeah.
But
I'm sure when I go out there, there's gonna be nuts stored.
Oh, probably.
Last year, they were storing nuts on the floorboards of our vehicles because we left the windows down.
I got them under the seat and everything.
Right. Oh, shoot. Thanks for inviting her, Fred. That's
yes,
very informative.
very informative.
Well, out of 4 consultants, she's the only one that's actually showed up. You know, I talked to United extensively and tried to get them to whatever, and they've got a problem, so
I like that she's actually a town council member for a smaller
grant
town
writer.
and a grant writer.
Right.
that was a big sales pitch for me.
Yeah.
I would suggest, out of the lack of any other resources, that we go ahead and sign on demand.
I do like-
alcohol.
I think that we should, yeah, I think that we
Definitely
should
get them to
also.
look at the,
We need
Which
something
one?
in close.
Yes, so when we do go for a grant.
yeah.
Well, not only that, but I mean, eventually, we're gonna have problems down the road over
Right.
here. I mean, down the road, being sewage treatment plant.
Yeah.
And,
Probably sooner than later.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, say that. So, I mean, we're, like I said, we're statewide, you know what to do, a lot of good for these people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though she's a Notre Dame. But anyway,
I'll be there next week.
Anyway, but yeah, that's good.
So I would say if everybody can look over that, whatever she said.
The contract?
Contract. And we've got questions or whatever.
I like that she'll, send somebody here for nothing and kind of give you advice.
They do a lot of that for the county. We see them considerably as commissioners meeting. Over stuff that has nothing to do with me.
It sounds like unless the actual engineers get involved, we don't have really any census.
Right.
Right.
Incurred.
And honestly, it doesn't seem like the rates are.
I don't know. It'll come out of the grant. If we do a grant money,
I don't know.
there's one.
You said, come out of that one.
It would come out of grant money.
Yeah.
So if we have a grant writer or an engineer company like them,
If we don't get the
If-
grant, what happens?
I don't know.
That's on
Do
there.
they still get
It's on
paid?
them, cause.
Yeah,
Because they didn't do a good job.
Yeah, I would
I
say
don't know.
no. I would say they wouldn't get paid because we didn't get the
I
money.
don't think they'll bill us.
That
Well,
sounds
it
like
sounds
one
like-
of them ambulance chasing
They
the
don't do
dollars.
the county that way.
We don't get paid if you don't get
No, they
paid.
don't, because if they don't get grant, they don't get paid.
Cause basically it's gonna be up to them to get us the grant.
Yeah, so
And it sounds
basically,
like the one lady, Shannon, whatever her
Yeah.
name is the person that we need to get involved
they
Right.
to
do
get us
that
that.
basically at their own risk, and then so if they hit a home run, then they get paid.
Right.
So they're not gonna take up probably something, I mean,
That
Ken's
they don't
exactly
think
the
you're
same
gonna
deal,
get.
he's not gonna take up something that's not gonna
That
be
she doesn't
viable.
think is a good
It's a
deal.
waste of everybody's time,
Right.
ours is,
Right,
everybody,
right.
so it's the same.
Agreed.
Paperwork's gonna be a little different.
She was
because
talking about the stellar community thing, yeah.
Ken used to kind of bypass some of that stuff, but it's the same thing.
That stellar community thing, I know
Because
Delphi, when
he
they came
got,
to start.
he took money out of the grants, and that was, how he did it. Is that just one, or is this all of them?
I think
It's 11 pages.
That's you.
Okay. But yeah, to save the paperwork, that's the way he did it.
So we can-
I guess, you want those stapled?
No,
Sure. I like Staples.
I got paper.
You want your stapled?
so, and actually, we need to adjourn this original
That's
meeting.
what I wondered.
Oh, yeah. Now we're done talking about that.
Right,
This is the rest of it.
yeah, no, that's all a
Thank you.
special workshop, so we don't have to.
Is Doug gone?
No, I think he just stepped out for a minute.
I have a
So-
cigarette.
Phone call or something.
Yeah, so
Shut off the
since
thing.
we don't have any other
Yeah.
regular, so basically, this next workshop will be Tuesday, September 1st at 5:30. If we don't need that one, we will cancel it, but it just depends on how far we get tonight with this, how far we wanna go with this, how much more information we need, so. And then our next council meeting is Tuesday, September 8th at 6. So, if we wanna go ahead, I'll accept a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 5-0. We are adjourned at, my watch is dead.
6:51.
6:51, thank you. So I'll turn off the recordings.
And that's okay, right?
Yes. This is a workshop, so we don't have to.
So basically an executive meeting.
Right. Treat it as the same.